I want to take the next few minutes and show at least 5 shortcuts that make working with documents that contain multiple artboards much easier. First, you can filter the layer panel on artboards. So if I switch here from kind to artboard, it will only show the contents of the selected artboard. If I click on the name of the artboard in the image area, Photoshop will automatically change the visibility of the contents of that artboard in the Layers panel. All right, let's toggle that off by just returning to kind. You can also lock elements on artboards. So by default, if I select this wave image and I drag it off of the artboard and I release the cursor, Photoshop takes that image out of that artboard. I'll go ahead and use undo in order to put it back in the artboard. So if I ever want to lock the elements on an artboard, I can click on the artboard lock here. Now, even if I take it away from the visible area, it's not going to release it from the artboard, so it won't end up just sitting above the group. Okay, again, I'll use Command Z in order to undo that. Now, when you have a lot of artboards and you can see the contents of all of those artboards, you might want to Command click on any of the disclosure triangles next to the artboards in order to either collapse or expand all of your artboards at one time. If I want to fit a single artboard on screen, let's say, for example, I had zoomed in, and then I only want to see artboard 1, I can hold down the Option key on the Mac or the Alt key on Windows and then click on the name of the artboard group in the Layers panel to fit that artboard centered on screen. If I had a legacy document and I opened it up and I wanted to convert it into an artboard, I could choose Layer, New, and then select either Artboard from Layers or Artboard from Group, depending on the content of that legacy document. I'll zoom back out using Command 0, and if I quickly wanted to make a duplicate of an artboard, I could click on the edge of the artboard and then hold down the Option key on the Mac or the Alt key on Windows and click on the plus icon in order to duplicate it. Finally, if you have duplicate content on multiple artboards, you might want to think of dragging that content into the Libraries panel. Then you could delete that content. Say, for example, we drag the logo into the Libraries content. I could then delete the logo from each one of these individual artboards and drag it from the Libraries panel onto each artboard so that it would become a library-linked smart object in my document. The benefit there being if I need to make a change to one of them, I can quickly update them all. So there you go, a few tips and shortcuts for working with artboards in Photoshop.